Bonjour, mesdames et messieurs. Buenos días, damas y caballeros. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Sang-Hoon Kim, and I'd like to welcome you to the International Civil Aviation Organization's 40th Assembly SkyTalks. Over a course of a 2-week period, we have 68 presentations for you from aviation industry experts, ranging from all kinds of fields, and I would like to invite you to check out the ICAO channel on YouTube for more information. This is day 7, session number 2, and we're going to talk about training and employment opportunities that will occur due to that. Talking about leadership and opportunities that exist in this field. In order to be successful, we'd have to find the right environment and the right program, customized program for each individual, and that's what we offer. The next presenter will talk about the ICAO training portfolio. Please welcome Mekki Lahlou. He is the program coordinator for TRAINAIR Plus.
Thank you. Good morning, everyone, and I'm very pleased to be here with you this morning to introduce you to the ICAO training portfolio. In my brief presentation this morning, I will explain to you what is the mission and what are the objectives of ICAO's Global Aviation Training Program. I will also highlight what are our 3 main activities with regards to ICAO training. Of course, I will also brief you on ICAO's network of training organizations and partners with whom we collaborate to develop and deliver training, also known as the TRAINAIR Plus program. And last but not least, I will identify our course portfolio that supports member states in their implementation of ICAO standards and recommended practices. What is the mission of ICAO's Global Aviation Training Office? Well, basically, we're here to establish coordinated, effective, and efficient mechanisms to support the development of human resources in aviation, appealing, of course, to ICAO's 193 member states and the industry at large. Our objectives are to facilitate the global implementation of ICAO provisions. As you may be aware, there are over 10,000 standards and recommended practices, and our goal is to support states to implement these standards through ICAO training. We're also here to set up acceptable training and qualification standards and frameworks. ICAO's GAT office has established qualification procedures for instructors, course developers, validators, and these qualification procedures support states in their qualification standards of their experts. And lastly, we're also here to provide guidance to states and industry in their skills development. Well, how do we do this? We do this through 3 main activities. First of all, we conduct training assessments for training organizations. The objective of these training assessments are not there to be auditors or policemen. We're here to support training organizations in improving the operations of their training organization. So we conduct assessments of these organizations in line with the relevant ICAO reference documents, whether it's in Annex 1 or Document 9841 on the approval of training organizations. And really, we're here to provide services to enhance the way training organizations develop and deliver training. We also conduct training design and development, which is our main activity to support states in their design of ICAO-recognized courses. We have a team that supports training organizations and states to validate their training material, whether it's in line with our methodology for course development, or also to validate the technical content of the training packages. And last but not least, we have the TRAINAIR Plus program, which is ICAO's network of training organizations and partners, which are there to deliver training packages. We also consider them as like our ambassadors on the field to deliver ICAO training. So as you can see through these 3 different activities, there is an itinerary that we follow, going from assessing a training organization to make sure it complies with requirements, and then helping them develop recognized training, and then supporting them in the delivery of their training through the TRAINAIR Plus network. So very briefly, in terms of assessments, we're here to provide best practices for training organizations. And how do we do this? We conduct assessments through a protocol questionnaire, which captures these 8 different categories. We take a look at the organization of the training center. How are they organized? What sort of recognitions do they have from their governments? We take, of course, a look at the training and procedures manual, which is a key document to ensure the smooth development and delivery of training center operations. We take a look at all the various training programs and the way these programs are being delivered, the facilities, the personnel, how is the personnel recruited, how are instructors qualified within this training center, how do they maintain their qualifications. We also identify how they keep track of all their records. Training centers produce certificates, for example. How do they keep track of all the certificates they have produced? Do they have a system to do that? So we also take a look at that aspect. Quality system. Every training organization should have a quality system, and we take a look at the quality manual of the training center to ensure that there is a quality assurance process to ensure that trainings are delivered in a qualitative way. And last but certainly not least, if the training center is a flight school, we also take a look at their safety management process and their SMS manual. Really, the outcomes of an assessment are key because we're here to provide a clear and independent evaluation of the operations of a training organization, to whether it's the management of the training center or to the civil aviation authority under which the training center falls. We're here also to identify the critical areas that require improvements, because through this report, training centers are like, oh, okay, this is what I need to improve, this is what I need to work on, because I got this independent report from ICAO that will support me in enhancing my operations. In a lot of cases, assessments also help training organizations to justify additional funding that is required either to purchase new material or to recruit new personnel to improve their operations. And very often also through the assessment process, we support the training organization in identifying some of the needs that they have. In terms of training development, we have a dedicated team that provides expertise and support to develop competency-based training. How do we do that? Well, it's very simple. First of all, we have a document, also known as the Training Development Guide, or Document 9941. And this document provides a step-by-step process to training organization with regards to the development of competency-based training material. This document provides guidance to develop what we call standardized training packages, which are material-dependent courses, not instructor-dependent, but material-dependent, which includes several key components for training delivery. For example, instructor guides, and I'm very happy to see in the audience today one of our instructors. They provide all the training material, of course, the mastery tests, the feedback questionnaires. All of these key components of a training package are included in this standardized training package. Today, we're extremely pleased to see this methodology being applied in over 70 ICAO member states who are using this methodology to guide them with regards to their training development. The development of these courses are not done via email or faxes or telephone. We have created an automated system which supports training organizations to follow this step-by-step process through what we call the TRAINAIR Plus electronic management system, which guides them through the development process of these standardized training packages. So what we're trying to do is to allow training centers in all time zones to do their training development activities online without having any blockages or hindrances because of time zones. So this system is accessible 24/7 to all the training organizations and supports them in their training development activities. Of course, training development is key, but we need those experts, qualified experts that will support in the training development activities and also, of course, subsequently in the training delivery activities. So we're extremely pleased to have developed qualification processes for assessors, for instructors, for course developers, course validators, and very recently we have developed qualification processes for subject matter experts. And these processes follow a step-by-step process to recognize the expertise and the experience of these experts in line with our criteria in order for them to be recognized as qualified ICAO training experts. Today we have several rosters, whether it's for instructors, course developers, assessors, and these rosters includes names of all these qualified personnel that can support us in our development and delivery activities. ICAO's course portfolio now is composed of over 200 courses, whether in classroom, in online, in blended formats. They're either delivered at ICAO, in the premises of TRAINAIR Plus members, or in other facilities. What do we mean by other facilities? Well, in several cases, there are member states that do not have a TRAINAIR Plus member. So those states we work with bilaterally to have ICAO training being delivered there. And these courses range from a wide variety of subject matters, ranging from aerodromes, flight safety, security and facilitation, air navigation, environment, management courses. So the ICAO training portfolio now has an extensive listing and offerings of courses that will suit the training needs of member states. How do you find these courses? Well, it's extremely simple. You go through ICAO's training search mechanism on the ICAO website, and you can search for courses either by training category, by a keyword, by language, by format. We've identified and adopted a very user-friendly search mechanism to support states in their search for training. So we've talked about assessing training organizations, we've talked about the development of training, but now the last and most important step is how do we deliver and how do we promulgate this training? How do we share it with the world? Well, we do it through what we call the TRAINAIR Plus program. What is a TRAINAIR Plus program? Well, in a couple of words, TPP, that's the acronym we use, is a cooperative global network of training centers and partners which implement a standardized methodology to develop competency-based training. So we spoke about the ICAO document 19941. Well, all these training centers use this methodology to develop training. Then, once this training is developed, these standardized training packages, then through the TRAINAIR Plus program, they have a platform to share this training. And this is extremely key because sharing training avoids duplication of training, right? And also makes training more cost effective. So through the TRAINAIR Plus program, training centers are sharing these standardized training packages. But also, members of the program also deliver ICAO recognized training and can choose from that extensive catalog of courses and can deliver them to fulfill their national needs or their regional needs. Who can join the program? Well, training arms of CAAs, airlines, airports, maintenance organizations, as long as they have a recognition from their government, whether it's an approved training organization recognition from their Civil Aviation Authority, or in some cases, whether it's a recognition from their Ministry of Transport or their Ministry of Education. Private training organizations that have such a recognition are also welcome to apply to the program. And very recently, we've opened also the program to universities and international organizations involved in aviation training. We have several categories of TRAINAIR Plus members. Very briefly, associate members are those that have successfully completed the assessment. They obtain the ICAO recognition and they automatically get access to our portfolio of courses so they can start delivering them. The next step are those that are full members. Full members are those that have developed a standardized training package based on the training development guide, a standardized training package which can then be shared with the network. And through the sharing of this training, there are royalty fees that the TRAINAIR Plus member can gain. So there's also a revenue generating aspect for these training centers. Regional training centers of excellence are those that fulfill very stringent requirements with regards to course development and course delivery activities. But what's key with the regional training centers of excellence is that they have a regional or an international scope with regards to training. So they're powerful training organizations which can attract trainees from the region, but also internationally. And lastly, our corporate partners are the universities and international organizations with whom we partner to develop what we call partnership training packages. How do we manage our relations with our members? Well, we have what we call the TRAINAIR Plus electronic management system. The TPEMS is what will replace my job in a couple of years, because this system actually integrates all our processes and procedures, and this is the way we interact with all our stakeholders in the network, whether it's with the TRAINAIR Plus members, whether it's with the instructors, whether it's with the assessors. Everything is done through this system. And in this system, training centers can either apply to become a member, they can develop courses, they can host courses, they can generate certificates, they can also generate certificates and the feedback forms. And very recently, we've adopted a post-training evaluation mechanism in the system to allow us to evaluate the impact of the training we deliver. As you can see from this slide, we have now over 100 members really all over the world, from North America, South America, all the way to Southeast Asia and the Pacific area. And the network is continuing to grow because the need for training is also continuing to grow in line with the growth of the air transport industry. Just to give you an idea of what sort of activities or the quantity of activities that are being undertaken by TRAINAIR Plus members. In 2018, we have trained close to 4,600 people all over the world. And our cumulative number of trainees since the start of the TRAINAIR Plus program is close to 17,000 people. There are almost 60 million people working in the air transport industry, so these numbers are not the biggest. However, thanks to our network, we're seeing these numbers increasing, which is key. And this is why the growth of the TRAINAIR Plus program is also key to respond to the growing needs. In terms of course deliveries, last year we've delivered close to 400 courses, and since the start of the program, close to 1,400 courses have been delivered. These are classroom courses I'm referring to. We also have a portfolio of online training, which is also expanding. For the next triennium, our four main focuses are as follows. We would like to further develop courses to support the implementation of ICAO SARPs, whether it's in unmanned aviation, whether it's for safety programs, whether it's for traveler identification, whether it's in air navigation services, or of course the environment. There are key courses that are being developed as we speak in order to fulfill the needs to implement the newest and most updated ICAO provisions. We're also focusing on enhancing ICAO's portfolio of online courses. There are close to 15 online courses available as we speak. However, distance learning is a priority right now for ICAO, so we are fulfilling this priority by developing more online courses which have a theoretical aspect to it. We're also integrating innovation into our training. We are actively collaborating with the network to integrate innovation such as virtual reality or simulation in our training packages. And of course, we will continue to develop guidance tools and materials to support the states and the training centers in their HR activities. These tools, their goals are to make training development and delivery as seamless and as standardized as possible. Thank you very much for your attention this morning. Please visit our website for a comprehensive information on our activities, or come visit us at our booth. Thank you.
Thank you, Mekki.